It's the biggest time of the year in Macklin, Saskatchewan. Over the weekend, the small community hosted the 19th annual World Bunnock Championships. Emmett Murphy explains the intrigue of the tournament.
The game of Bunnock may be difficult to describe.
Well, we use the ankle bone of a horse. The name of the game is a lot of hand-eye coordination. It's kind of a little bit like lawn bowling and lawn darts. And toss in a little bit of horseshoe and you're probably close to it.
But there's a very simple formula for success.
Lots of family and lots of fun.
And luck.
And luck is right.
This tournament may seem like just a silly backyard gathering, but with $30,000 in prizes to be won, it's kind of a big deal.
In the first World Championships, 82 teams came to Macklin. Now, almost 20 years later, 320 teams of 4 come, almost doubling the size of the Saskatchewan town.
It's a big event. Yeah, it's so fun.
It's awesome. Good times, great friends. Meet new people. It's a blast.
Yeah, we've got teams this year from the Czech Republic, the Ukraine, the UK, United States, one from Australia, I believe. Well, we're normally about 1,500 people, so we swell to 3,500 people on the weekend.
Team entries are limited each year to 320. On top of that, there is a waiting list of about 50. But locals say that even if you don't register in time, it's still worth it to make it to Macklin for the long weekend next year.
There's lots of people to meet and there's lots of fun going on. They have good bands, karaoke. You gotta love it.
From Macklin Regional Park, Emmett Murphy, Newcap News.
Oh, looks like a good time. The 105th annual Vermilion Fair wrapped up over the weekend. Although it coincided with both the Big Valley Jamboree and Edmonton's Capital X, organizers in Vermilion seem to have caught lightning in a bottle once again, attracting huge crowds to their celebration.
Close to 25,000 fun-loving folks enjoyed all that Vermilion's fair had to offer, including the Midway, monster farming gear, and daily chuck wagon races. The turnout is something its organizer attributes to tremendous volunteer support that in turn allows for low ticket prices.
For 2 or 3 weeks before the fair, there's people out here working, offering their time and their talents. People with welding skills, electrical skills, whatever they may have, they offer those to us.
Even the most junior participants think they've got a good thing going.
Oh, it's the best fair. It's much better than one.
And so how many fairs have you been to?
I think everyone since I was born.
Its affordability is just one of the factors that draws families to the small town in droves.
We get a lot of people from the city centers here because they can bring their kids here and it's a safe environment.
Dick Allen has been the track announcer at the fair for 33 years. He says at $5 a day, you can't beat its value.
I make my home in Edmonton and I bring my family to this fair because of the costs.
And frugality aside, having a good time seems to be something organizers have cashed in on.
There's hundreds of volunteers that come out and help put this on, and the big thing we try to do is make it fun.
With its grassroots appeal, it's a safe bet this annual summer bonanza will be a smash success for another 105 years. Robert Buffum, Newcap News.
When the worst has happened and you need to start over, rebuilding your credit rating can seem unachievable. But as Tegan Wingfield explains in this week's Makes Sense, with some patience and proper budgeting, it is a reachable goal.
It can happen to anyone. Debt piles up and you feel like there's no escape. But there are ways to regain control.
Be proactive and to contact the places that you owe money. Make a budget and develop a plan as far as what you feel you can afford and where you're going to be short with the payments that you're having trouble making.
Sometimes the debt is too much and there are no options left except to wipe the slate clean and start over again.
Declaring bankruptcy is one of the last resorts that we would recommend you to pursue if you're having trouble. The main consequence of a bankruptcy is when we're pulling your credit report, that's going to show on your credit report from Equifax or TransUnion for a minimum of 7 years, which is going to hinder your ability to get credit in the future.
It's possible to rebuild your credit rating by keeping an open dialogue with your bank.
Go in and talk to your banker at your financial institution. Let them know that you're looking to reestablish your credit or to build a credit rating. Open up a savings account and become a regular persistent saver. Take out a small loan. If you have something that you can use as collateral to back up that loan, get a small loan, make the payments on a regular basis on time, and pay that loan off, and that will do wonders for your credit rating.
For this week's Make Sense, I'm Tegan Wakefield.
Global Property Inspections is your home and commercial building inspection company. Gain a thorough, unbiased, confidential, and professional inspection. Global Property Inspections.
Well, now is the perfect time to adopt a kitten. The SPCA are still on cat overload, so they are continuing their Adopt Me, Adopt My Shadow for Free program. Jen and Allison talk more about that, and we also meet a very cuddly dog and a playful kitten on this week's Pet Project.
Hi and welcome to this week's Pet Project. I'm at the Lloydminster and District SPCA with Jenna, and who's this?
This is Rex. Rex is a 2.5-year-old bloodhound Rottie cross. As you can tell, he really likes to cuddle. He's male, he's neutered, he's up to date on vaccines for this year. He needs to go to a home that's going to have lots of time to spend with him, as he is a hound. He loves to follow his nose. I think he'd do well in just about any situation. If you have another dog, bring him down to meet him. He seems to do well with any dogs we've introduced him to here.
And this here is Georgie.
Georgie's 3 months old. He's a little boy. He has his first vaccine. He needs a second vaccine along with his rabies. He's your typical kitten. He loves to play, on the go constantly. I think he'd do wonderful in a home with other pets, as he does have a few kennel mates and he loves to terrorize them. He'd probably do well in a home with older children, as some kittens can be kind of scratchy.
So Jenna, you guys still have a lot of cats in the back.
Yes, we're definitely still full of cats, so if you're looking to add a new family member, come on down. We do still have our Me and My Shadow program running.
And how does that work exactly?
Basically, you find a cat that you really like, and if you want to adopt a second cat, you get to adopt a second cat for free, and it also works for bonded pairs.
Perfect. So stop by and take a look at all the cats they have here at the SPCA, and thanks for joining us on this week's Pet Project.
The Pet Project is sponsored by Quick Pick Waste Disposal. Locally owned and operated and serving urban, rural, and industrial customers in Lloydminster and region.